This is the opening page of Suppose, a book about liking yourself. Hi, I'm Paul Samuels. I'm a dad, a husband of 37 years, a granddad, a poet, and the author of Where is Christmas? Both Where and Christmas and Suppose were illustrated by two former Disney artists. Now, this Christmas book is part of my reward to you for helping me fund Suppose. Now, I'm chairman of the Poetry in the Schools program of the Georgia Poetry Society. In that capacity, I get to go into classrooms and work with children. It brings joy to my heart when I share poetry with them. I open up every class with Suppose, and it is a poem that I'll share with you in a minute that gets them giggling as I snitch a nose or pick up an ear or grab some eyes and stick them in some apple pies, and it just brings joy to them. They're happy, they're rolling around, they're giggling, never suspecting that they have something coming that's going to be a life lesson to them. And that life lesson is the last line of the poem. Like yourself, because it's the way God made you. I wish you could see some of the children as they receive this message. And it's an incredible blessing to me when one of them comes up every once in a while and whispers, "Mr. Samuels, I do like myself now." What a joy. Well, I want to share that joy with different children. I want children around the world to be able to read this book or have it read to them and to receive that message, that message that says just like yourself. It's so difficult these days to get through life in general. How do we do it without liking ourselves? We've got to like ourselves. Let me give you an example of that poem. Let's just pretend for a second that you're children. Can you let your mind go back that way? You know, sort of slip back and just relax and see yourself maybe in a classroom situation, and here this poet comes walking in and says to you, "Hi. From a young boy's face, I snitched a nose and I stuck it down between my toes. Now, what do you suppose that you would do if the nose between my toes belonged to you? Would you laugh, or would you cry, or would you simply try to get by without a nose upon your face and live your life in a total disgrace?" Then I'm running through the classroom over to another person and say, "And from another girl I snitched a smile and I set it down the road about a mile. Now, what do you suppose that you would do if the smile that I snitched belonged to you? You know, you couldn't laugh without first having a smile. So we'd have to talk about sad, sad things for quite a while. But you might one day learn to get by, and you'd share that special smile that was in your aisle. Quick, 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 over to another boy or another girl, and I say, and from this little boy I plucked an ear and I hid it down the road about a year. Now, what do you suppose that you would do if the ear that I plucked belonged to you? Would you hold your hand up on your head and not take it down till you went to bed? You know, you couldn't wear glasses because they'd slide off your face and you'd look awfully, awfully silly running in a race. At this time, they are hysterical. And I run across to the other side and I say, then from another boy, I grabbed two eyes and I hid them away in some apple pies. Now, what do you suppose that you would do if the eyes and the pies belonged to you? You know, you couldn't look around because you couldn't see, so you'd never be able to find out it was me. But you might one day eat some apple pie, and you might just find that you found your eyes. Then I tiptoe over to somebody who's really kind of shy over there, and I say, then from a boy and a girl, I grabbed one mouth each, and I hit them in a sandcastle on the beach. Now what do you suppose if the mouth in the castle belonged to you? What would you do? You'd have to get there before high tide, or your mouth would float high and wide, and you'd never be able to make a sound unless one day, while walking on the beach, your mouth you found. Hey, but I see you've got your mouth and your cute little ears, and I see you've had them all for a number of years. You've got your smile to complete your God-given face. And children, no matter what you look like, you know, you're no disgrace. Yes, the face that you have, it belongs to you. And here's what you're supposed to do. Like yourself. And they lean in as I whispered that. And I said, like yourself, because it's the way God made you. Okay, folks, do you like yourself just a little bit better maybe hearing that? Okay. What I need from you, what I want from you, what I hope you'll join me in is funding this book. Suppose. It's going to be 23 beautiful illustrations by 2 former Disney artists. We're working on that now, and I need you to help me. I'm also going to have a page in the back of the book where, if you allow me, I will put your name, and so our readers will be able to look there and see who I'm thanking for the support of this book being brought into production. Well, think about it, and thank you for listening to me. Like yourself, help me tell the kids to like themselves.